the key things for a healthy diet, I guess, is number one is kind of balanced diet. So what foods are good for the heart? So there are two diets that have been shown and have been shown in trials to actually be good for the heart and reduce your risk of heart disease in the future. And one of them is called the Mediterranean style diet. And in a nutshell, it is basically a diet that's rich in fruits and vegetables and lean meats with some olive oil. And it's low in processed foods. There's another diet called the DASH diet, which has been shown in patients with high blood pressure to improve outcomes. And it's very similar to the Mediterranean diet. Again, it's lots of fruits and vegetables and lean meats. And I think the key thing, and I think the simplest thing for people to try and do is to try and avoid too many kind of processed foods. And the problem is that when you eat out a lot, so you eat in restaurants or hawker centers, there's a tendency for these foods to contain lots of salt, lots of processed ingredients, and they often have lots of sugar and fat as well. So that's why they taste so good, because they've got all these kind of sugars and fats in them. And if you eat too many of these types of foods, you will overall affect your cardiovascular health and increase your risk of obesity. There are a couple other things that are quite important to avoid, and one of the things that we actually try and avoid, or tell people to try and avoid, is something called trans fats. And trans fats are often used, well, maybe not so much now because people are trying to eliminate them. They're often used in frying in restaurants, and they're a poor quality fat that actually does increase your cardiac risk. So you need to try and avoid trans fats in your foods, and they often come up under things like partially hydrogenated oils in the ingredients list, and they're particularly unhealthy. So definitely try and avoid those. And the other type of fat to avoid generally is saturated fats, and that's often the fats you have coming from animals. So and they're far more likely to increase your cholesterol.